How you guys doing? This is Joseph with ABC Sewing. We're right here located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles on 21st and Main. Today we're just going to go over just the basics on the single needle machine. So what you see in front of you is the Juki DDL 5550. It's a regular industrial sewing machine, single needle. And first off, we'll go over the basics, the bobbin case, the tensions, threading the machine, and the bobbin winder. So let's start off with the bobbin case. Right here you have the bobbin case. The little divot on the top means that is how you insert it. So it has to be the divot on the top and you just slide it right in. Right here you have a regular aluminum bobbin. Now when you put in the bobbin, when you pull the string and you're looking at it from the back, it should spin clockwise. There's a little slit right here. You're going to slide that slit, the thread into that slit and underneath this little tension spring. Okay? Now to adjust the tension, obviously it's going to be different for different types of material, but generally you want to think of a spider going down a spider web. It's not going to be too loose where it just droops down, or too tight where it's just going to stay solid. Okay? So we're going to cut the thread, have about 2-3 inches, and then right here underneath the feed dog is the hook. All we're going to do is slide it in and wait until you hear that click sound. Okay, so next we went over the bobbin case. Now when you run out of thread in your bobbin, obviously the machine's not going to stitch. So to refill that bobbin, we're going to look at this second spool right here, which is going to be for your bobbin winder. Now this is directly connected to the machine. Goes straight up into the thread stand, back down, and it's pretty simple. You have one tension unit right here. Goes through the hole around the tension unit in between the discs, and then you place your aluminum bobbin, your empty bobbin right here. Wind it up a couple times, push the bobbin winder in to engage it. Now there's two ways that you can do it. You can wind it up as you're regularly sewing and it'll automatically pop out once it fills up. Or if you're not sewing anything, take the thread out of the needle, lift up the foot, and then you could run your machine without sewing anything. So once this is finished, take this out, pull it off, put it into your bobbin case, and you're ready to go. Alrighty, so next we're going to move on over to the first thread stand, which is directly feeding the thread over to the needle. Now, it's going to be the thread on the left, go straight up into the thread stand hole, and it's going to come down to this washer. Now this post, depending if it's a new machine or old machine, really doesn't matter which one is which, but the new one comes with this little washer. The old ones, it's the same post, but it has two holes where you can just slide it in, put it through the second hole, and then feed it through. So it really doesn't matter which one you have, both still work. Just depends on what kind of, how new the machine is. So we're going to come straight from the thread stand. It's going to go in between the discs onto the bottom side. And then from here, we're going to go into the first thread guide. Now, this is going to go right to left. So right to left on the first top hole, and then it's going to swivel around and go back into the right to left on the bottom hole. So it kind of looks like a little S figure for this thread guide. Now from here, we're going to shoot straight down into the main tension adjuster. So right here, we're going to go around the disc, and you see this little spring right here that's bouncing up and down. This is a take-up spring. So when we go around, we want to make sure when it comes back up, it's going to go right in between that take-up spring. So every single time that I pull this thread, you see that take-up spring jump up and down. Okay? Now from there, it's going to go directly underneath this bracket, through the guide, and then straight up into the take-up lever. Right to left. From here, straight down, goes all the way down to the needle. You have one little needle guide right there above the needle. And I want to explain something on the needle really quick. On every majority of the sewing needles that you have, there is a groove on one side of the needle. Whichever side the groove is on is where the thread needs to exit from. So on a single needle machine, when you insert the needle, you have to make sure that the groove is on the right side. Okay? So every time that you thread it, you want to make sure that it goes left to right. So what I got here is a simple tool, just a basic needle threader. You can get it's less than $1. All you're going to do is slide it into the needle hole. Okay. And you're going to insert a little piece of the thread in between the rings. Now all you're going to do is just slide it right on out, so it pops on out to the other side. Okay, so those are just the basics on the Juki single needle machine. If you have any questions, feel free to stop by our website or give us a call at 213-747-9555, and we'd be happy to help you out with any questions that you have. See you guys later.